You all are joining forcefully, right? You all are not interested, and it's not proactive decision you have made to come into the session, if I'm not wrong. What was the time of the session? Shweta, can you please tell me what is the time of session?
9:45.
Yes, Dipti?
9:45.
So what is the reason that we need to ask you to come and join the session? Why it was required for students, at least, I don't know. Actually, I don't want to waste my energy on that particular point also. But the thing is that all those 4 or 5 people who used to join the session, they are also not joining. Is it that boring? Like, still, अगर बोरिंग भी होगा तो आपको पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा, एग्जाम तो देना ही है ना. बोरिंग है, पढ़ाना नहीं आता है हमको, इसलिए आप एग्जाम नहीं दोगे, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. अगर हमको पढ़ाना नहीं भी आता है तो आपको एग्जाम तो देनी है, उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो सुनना पड़ेगा, राइट?
Right, sir.
Very good. So fine, in this class, we will discuss about what do you mean by business ethics, right? We need to understand the meaning of business ethics. We need to understand what are the characteristics, what are the importance of business ethics, how business ethics helps companies to improve their performance, right? When you talk about the ethics, I think there is no point of talking all those things because we never know how to follow the professional ethics in our life, right? The following of professional ethics is all about policies, rules, regulations, etiquettes that organization has framed for us. So it was required for the class to get one faculty to call you all, and then 4 or 5 people are joining the session. Like if the students are doing any favor on the institute. So ethics is like realizing your moral responsibilities, realizing your moral duties. Right? Joining this particular session was not only concerned with your interest or with your desire to join the session or no. It was concerned to your family income. It was concerned to your family money that you are wasting on the fees and all. It was also a concern to the person professional relations that you will be having with your colleagues and people dealing into the institutes, right? So ethics is a deep word that everyone needs to understand. It's not that easy. Term ethics has been, like we have already discussed, that it has been derived from the Greek word ethos, right? So the ethics and ethos, the differentiation and meaning I have already discussed with you all. The point here is that we are going to discuss about the business ethics now. We are going to find out what are our applied ethics. What are our applied ethics that we are going to check, right? So by definition, we all know that business ethics are the moral, and as you can see on your screen, it is all about doing right or wrong things in the business, right? Doing right or wrong thing in the business. Now, what things can we do right or what we things can we do wrong? See, whenever we talk about the ethics, the only one thing comes to our mind is like being corrupted or not being corrupted is the ethical thing. What we think is that only corruption is the unethical thing in the business. It is not like that. There are so many other things which are unethical in the business. For example, not taking care of the environment, like not taking care of the environment in terms of your pollution, in terms of your the outputs, raw wastage output that you are leaving into the nature, right? So when you talk about the business, try to understand the multidimensional aspect of business ethics, right? It's not only about the money and it's not only about the corruption that someone does in the organization. So business ethics is all about doing right or wrong. Who will decide that right or wrong? Who will decide that right or wrong? Your morality, your understanding, your knowledge, your society in which you are living your rules and regulations, your government, your policies, your company administration, your customers, right? All those people will decide whether it is right or wrong. They have right to they have right to decide whether your business practices are going in right way or you are doing something unethical in your business practices. Because they are your stakeholders. Their benefits, their losses, their investments, everything is related to your business, right? So your business and ethical approach of your business is very much concerned about all your stakeholders. So when you talk about business ethics, you may understand by this definition what does it exactly mean, right? Business ethics studies are special obligations which a man and citizen accept when becomes a part of the world of commerce. Whenever what the business ethics according to the Garrett, that's the psychologist who has written this definition, right? Business ethics is a special obligation of study which a man or citizen accepts when he becomes a part of the world of commerce. So whenever you become the part of any company, any organization, what kind of approach you inculcate in you, what kind of approach you accept, what kind of rules and regulations derived by that particular organization you accept, that decides what your business ethics are, right? And business ethics are also known as the corporate ethics and professional ethics. uh, so whenever you becomes a professional citizen, whenever you becomes a professional citizen who works for money in the organization, right? I don't remember whether we have discussed about being professional or being non-professional. What does it mean? So professional means what? If you are executing any task for a money, or if you are executing any task for monetary benefits, that becomes a professional. And what happens if you do some work but you do not take money? What does that work called? That particular action is called as the volunteering, right? So being professional or being volunteer is the thing that you always uh, either or things you always do for your career, your actions, your work to the society and something, right? The person who is voluntarily cleaning the roads or taking care of garbage collection from your area is not called the professional person, right? But the person, अगर कोई एनजीओ के थ्रू करता है, they are not accepting any money, right? They are not expecting any money from the society, and they are doing some good work for the society. Are they the professional people? Absolutely not. We never call them professional. We call them volunteers, right? So professionalism is something where the monetary earnings of the individual comes into picture. So when you talk about the business ethics, this is also professional ethics, because in business nothing happens for free. In business nothing happens for free. Business is some activity that an individual or a group of people or a established corporation organizes in order to earn the profit. So profit earning is the most important aspect of your business. And when you do those activities for earning profit, it means you are doing actions for money. And those activities, those actions decides about you are going to become a professional in that particular field, right? So business ethics are nothing but the professional ethics, because you accept it, you accept those rules and regulations derived by organization in order to get some money and work for the organization. So professionalism is attached with the earnings, right? So business ethics studies are the special obligations that citizen or human being or any person accept when he becomes the part of any corporate company, right? So that acceptance of the rules and regulations derived by the company is nothing but the mechanism which has been framed in order to decide your uh, principles of your behavior, life principles of your working pattern in the company, right? And what kind of business environment you will be having in the company, how would you create the company environment. These all things are uh, related to your business ethics, related to your professional ethics, right? So deciding what is right or wrong according to the rules of your company, according to your organizational culture, according to the policies set up by your corporate governance. That means understanding the business ethics, right? And see, if you look after the types of ethics, right? We have various things called as meta ethics. We have something called as normative ethics. We have something called as applied ethics, right? So meta ethics is nothing but the study of ethics. It means the things you are doing to the improve the knowledge, body of knowledge in the ethics. You are trying to understand various dimensions of ethics. You are trying to identify new aspects of the ethics. If you are doing that thing with this word ethics, अगर आप इथिक्स में ही कुछ नया एडिशन कर रहे हो, नए नए इथिक्स ढूंढ रहे हो, नया इथिक्स का स्टडी कर रहे हो, उसके ऊपर रिसर्च करके you are trying to find out new dimensions, that is called as something called as the meta ethics, right? And so when you talk about that business ethics, which in terms of normative ethics are something which is your cultural belief, right? Which is not a professional ethics, right? You need not to apply it. It is already inculcated in you. You need not to uh, you need not to specially improve on those ethics, and something like normative ethics which decides the behavior of individual in terms of social aspects, right? So normative ethics is a bit complex term, which is like different from the applied and business ethics, right? So in applied ethics, in business ethics, in professional ethics, you do something which is which can be changing from company to company, which can be changing from profession to profession. But normative ethics is something which never changes, right? Normative ethics is something which never changes, which you always keep in your mind as the uh, uh, religious or cultural or uh, spiritual pattern of behavior that can come under the normative ethics. When you talk about applied ethics, how do you apply, how do you practice those things by changing yourself, by molding yourself, so you can apply your own ethical patterns according to the requirement of company. And those applied ethics can be classified into uh, bioethics, environmental ethics, professional ethics, and we are more concerned about the professional ethics here. We wanted to understand how do you behave right way in the organization, how do you manage your professional ethics. So under professional ethics, we have few things to be taken care, like business ethics, legal ethics, medical ethics, accounting ethics, and engineering ethics, right? So when you talk about business ethics, now what comes to your mind? When you talk about legal ethics, legal ethics is about, now again, it's about the following rules and regulations decided by the organization, right? So normative ethics, like we have to respect elders. That is something we need not to teach, right? That is something we need not uh, to be endorsed on us. कोई company या कोई individual आके हमको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. We need not to uh, get trained or get punished if you don't follow the normative ethics. It means normative ethics को आपको कोई follow करने को नहीं बोलेगा, राइट? नॉर्मेटिव एथिक्स को कोई फॉलो करने को नहीं बोलेगा, वो अपने आप खुद ही आप सीख लोगे और अपने आप अपने लाइफ में आ जाएगा. बट व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट द अप्लाइड एंड प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स, that has to be taken care by some authority, that has to be taken care and evaluated whether it has been followed in the organization or not. So when you talk about the legal ethics like paying your taxes on time, right? Paying your taxes on time, doing your business under registration, by registering your company, maintaining a proper records of your accounts, auditing, in terms of providing the good health and service to the people, those medical service to the people, those who are in your organization. So providing them facilities like medical insurance or that like life insurance and hospital mediclaim insurance policies and all, right? So these are few things. Or taking care of someone if they get hurt, if some accidents happen in your organization. So taking care of these people by providing them a proper medical facilities in your organization. These are something kinds of applied ethics that every manager has to keep in mind, right? So when you talk about accounting ethics, This must be known to everyone, right? So the part of your uh, unethical behavior in terms of money. So money laundering, this word you must have heard many times. Money laundering means moving funds from ethical accounts to unethical accounts, right? So ethical accounts to unethical account is like from the corporate accounts to maybe your personal accounts or maybe to someone's personal account. So mobilizing of money in terms of unethical way is accounting ethics, right? Engineering ethics, engineering ethics is developing few things in your business, developing few things in your business at the best, right? आपको, for example, you are a supply chain manager or you are a person who is manufacturing manager, and you got to know that you can build you can build a supply you can build a manufacturing chain there with the capacity of 10,000 units per day. पता होके भी आपने वहाँ पे 10,000 यूनिट्स का 10,000 यूनिट्स पर डे कैपेसिटी वाला मैन्युफैक्चरिंग चेन नहीं बनाया, right? It means you are not ethical, you are not integrated to the business. So engineering ethics is something that also has to be taken care. And engineering is not only about engineering aspect. Engineering means you can engineer anything. You can be an engineer of your business. Engineering is like how you help something to function. That is the meaning, actual meaning of engineering. How you help something to function. So when you are into business, when you are helping your business to function in the right way, right? You should have an ethical approach for all the functions, operations that you are deciding for your business. So in business ethics, honesty, integrity, punctuality, uh, these are the things you need to take care. When you talk about accounting ethics, taxation is the major part. Money laundering is another thing. Corruption is something which you need to take care. If you talk about this applied ethics in terms of environmental ethics, bioethics, and some other parts like your social ethics. Applied ethics में social ethics भी आएगा, because doing corporate responsibility, taking care of needy people in the society, that is also a responsibility of business owner, right? So these all other aspects are also there with the applied ethics in terms of the business, right? So the next point is about talking about what are the various types of business ethics, right? How you can understand business ethics, by which kind of your behavior and which aspect of your personality, right? So there are basic 10-15 business ethics which we need to understand. By understanding those business ethics, we may get to know that what kind of behavior the individual may have in the business, right? How you become a good ethical person in the business, by following which aspects, which parameters. So by commitment to the excellence is something that every manager or every employee of organization have to keep into mind. So when you talk about commitment to the excellence, a kind of engineering, a kind of engineering ethics, right? You always should uh, try to get the quality of your business to the topmost level. So quality of your product. So offering a quality product, offering the most valuable goods and services to your customers, maintaining the proper harmony among the benefits that your business is providing to the society. It's something we call as the commitment to the excellence, right? So if you get into manufacturing companies, you must have visited or you must have seen some manufacturing companies where you could have saw some boards, notices, notice boards mentioning the word commitment to the excellence, और वी लुक फॉर द एक्सलेंस ऑलवेज, ऐसा कुछ लिखा होता है, टैगलाइंस बनाए हैं हर कंपनी ने अपनी अपनी, राइट? व्हाट डज इट मीन? इट मींस the running behind the quality or getting the highest level of the quality from your business is something every manager, every individual, every person of organization should look for. So maintaining the quality of company or quality of product or standard of the business is not only a top manager's responsibility, right? Only strategician could not make the business better. It is everyone. It is all. It is about all employees. Those who are in the business should be committed to the excellence. ऐसा है कि managers बहुत committed है excellence को, और the person who is working on the shop floor wastages resources like raw material, wastages time, right? क्या होगा if they waste time, if they waste raw material, if they don't look after the uh, optimum utilization of resources, then what will happen? Your quality will definitely something which is getting affected by this behavior of lower people. So all those things, everyone should be trained on the business ethic. Everyone should be uh, made aware and aware and educated about the business ethics, and the business ethics should have been followed in the organization thoroughly, right? Another business ethics, law abiding. You all have to follow all the laws, like timely punching your attendance, punctuality, coming in a time, or like nowadays for that matter, this posh act, like uh, क्या है, posh for prevention of sexual harassment, right? Then anti-ragging. These are the few laws which has been taken, or labor law for that matter, right? Human rights law for that matter. These are few laws which have been taken care in, which have been applied in the industry at large, right? So everyone or the people, those who are in the company, should be made aware about these laws. इनको पता होना चाहिए कि what kind of obligations they may face if they do not abide the law. And these laws are like posh act. If you teach someone in a physical way or in a sexual way, so what kind of treatment these people will be getting in the organization. So getting to know about, like making yourself aware about those laws and applications and pros and cons of those laws is very much important. So you as a manager should learn what are those laws, like labor law क्या है, posh law क्या है, ह्यूमन राइट्स लॉ क्या है, ये सब चीजें आपको सीखनी है, अंडरस्टैंड करनी है. यू हैव टू मेक योर, इफ यू आर अ मैनेजर, यू हैव टू मेक योर टीम अवेयर अबाउट दोस थिंग्स. नहीं तो उनका ethics, ethical behavior will be getting impacted by these things. Honesty, everyone knows that. What does it mean? So honesty is something which you all need to take care while you are working in the organization. You should be good in intention, right? Honesty is something defines about your intention, right? You should not hide some information which has been related to your business and related to your profession. Then respect for others is something, again, a part of your business ethics. You should respect the people working with you, above you, below you, right? It does not mean that you will be only scaring to the people, or you will be only respecting to the top level people, and if you disrespect the people working on floor, maybe in the manufacturing uh, premises, or maybe somewhere in the departments like housekeeping, in departments like pantry, canteen, if you do not treat these people with respect, you are and you are behaving unethically. That it does mean that, right? Loyalty, you should be loyal to your organization, right? Never ever break the trust. Never ever ditch the commitments that you are given to the organization. Accountability, accountability is something, a responsibility. It's related to the responsibility, right? If you are responsible something, it means you have to take the ownership of that particular commitment given to the organization. You should be properly committed to the organization. You should be accountable for the mistakes you did or success you have achieved, whatever it in the both way. Reputation, moral. You cannot compromise on this thing. If rest all the things are very proper in your organization, but your moral is down, you cannot commit. You cannot you cannot keep your commitment. You cannot commit the excellence to the organization if your reputation and morale is at the stake. See, morale is something like coming through the inner motivation of employees or individuals, right? So morally, you should be very much clear, very much strong, and you should have a moral building activities for for your employees, right? You should be keep you should be keeping the moral of your employees always high. So that point you need to take into consideration. Then you have to maintain about the business ethics and leadership also. Then when you talk about the leadership, business ethics is something which can only be followed and implemented and like uh, enforced in the organization by the leadership only, right? So if company is there in any crisis, company is there in any difficulty or in any problem, you should be the one who take leadership, right? And taking leadership will help you in a many ways. Like you can show your talent, you can highlight your performance. Taking leadership will help you to learn new horizons of your career, right? Taking leadership will also help you to build your commitment, trust, honesty with the organization. It will help you to build your reputation and show your morale, right? So leadership is something that you have to uh, follow, and you have to make an habit of being leader in your professional ethics, right? Then fairness is like not being partial to anything in the business, right? You have to be fair always. So taking 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 any side or being to the side of something, whether it is right or wrong, is 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 not something that individual can practice in the business ethics in terms of fairness, right? So if you are practicing that partiality, if you are being on one side, that means you are not fair in your business ethics. You cannot be favorable to anyone who is like connected to you in terms of some personal or professional relationship. You should not practice that particular thing in the business. And concern to the others, right? Concern to the others is some kind of business ethics that everyone need to understand. How you can be more ethical by keeping concern, right? If someone is there in the business, someone is there in the business who is facing issues in your department, right? In your department, issues maybe like personal issues or professional issues. Someone is in your team is not ready, not sorry, someone is in your team who is not achieving their targets given by the sales department. So how would you treat that particular scenario situation? It's like, अरे मेरा हो गया, मुझे क्या लेना देना है, मैं तो मुझे क्या करना है, मेरा टारगेट मैंने अचीव कर लिया, बाकी सब अपना अपना देखे. This is something going against the business ethics again, right? So having concern for the people, those who are in the problems, those who are in the trouble, is a, is a character of being highly ethical person, right? So business ethics, concerns for others is something which you need to take care. So and how you can do that? You can definitely empathize with them, right? Only sympathy will not help them. So you have to be empathize, right? Empathize with them, help them proactively, support them, and if you need to utilize some of your resources for them, you have to go ahead and do that. So by that way, it again helps you to build your reputation and in build the morale of your team, right? And talking about integrity as a business ethics, right? Integrity to your organization, it means like you yourself are proactively looking for following all those rules. You need not to be uh, enforced. You need not to be pushed to follow the rules and regulations of organization. खुद होके जा रहे हो, खुद होके कर रहे हो, like proactively you're doing the thing. So if you are integrated to your organization, your company, you will always seek for the better performance of yourself in the company culture, right? खुद परफॉर्मेंस बढ़ाने का कोशिश करोगे इफ यू आर इंटीग्रेटेड, राइट? Then keeping promise is something, again talking about the business ethics. You should be having an ability to keep promises, right? You should be having an ability to keep promises. Commitments to the excellence is something which you can achieve through keeping promises. Promise, अगर टारगेट दिया है या फिर अगर आपने कुछ कमिटमेंट दिया है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को दैट आई विल गेट दिस थिंग डन बाय दिस पर्टिकुलर टाइम विथ so much allotted resources to me, so you have to keep your promise, right? You have to keep your promise in any possible situation, any kind of situation. So keeping promise means completing the task as per the commitment you have given to the organization. So you have to abide on the promises that you are giving. नहीं तो हम आपने बोला था कि आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ एंटायर मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ योर टीम एंड यू हैव बीन मेड मार्केटिंग मैनेजर, and after few days you got to know that after few days, few years, you started thinking that अरे जाने दो, अभी इतना काम करके क्या होने वाला है, right? मुझे क्या मिलने वाला है? So when you get into such kind of situation, you can be running away from the promises that you have given to the company, or for that matter to the any organization. So business ethics is something which is you which can be considered you are not following if you breach the promises, right? If you break the promises given to the organization. The next point of our discussion would be characteristics of business ethics, right? So when you talk about the characteristics of business ethics, it is like characteristics means what it is, how it works, right? Characteristics means what it is, how it works, what are the special things that business ethics follows. So when you talk about business ethics, it is a code of conduct, right? It is code of conduct. By nature, it is a code of conduct. But when you talk about the this normative ethics, is it a code of conduct? Normative ethics code of conduct है क्या? Normative ethics code of conduct नहीं है, because it has not been enforced. It has been learned by you. It's the guidelines given for your behavior. Actually, that is also a code of conduct, but not in the business. That is into a social code of conduct. Normative ethics की बात करोगे तो that is social code of conduct. Business ethics की बात करोगे तो that is professional code of conduct. How you behave, code of conduct in the sense how you behave, how you complete that particular task assignment. For example, if you have taken admission in Dream for MBA, then following up and being abided to the rules and regulations of RIM Institute is a code of conduct. How you behave, how you dress, how you make your attire in the institute is something being told to you, being directed to you, right? Help you to achieve your professional goal. So when you talk about the code of conduct, it's an organizational policy, right? It's an organizational policy that how people have to behave in the organization. So in character, business ethics is a code of conduct. It is having certain documents which are mentioning about the rules and regulations, how and what things you are expected to do in the company. So ऑफर लेटर पे लिख के दिया जाता है बहुत सारी चीजें, राइट? अगर आपने से किसी को जॉब मिली है या फिर कभी आपने ऑफर लेटर लिया है, so you people must be knowing what do you mean by code of conduct. ऑफर लेटर के साथ साथ एक ब्रोशर दिया जाता है हर कंपनी का, and along with that brochure they have mentioned what are the things you need to do and what are the things you need to refrain yourself from doing. So this code of conduct is mentioned into the offer letters of corporate companies. Similarly, by nature, by character, business ethics itself is a code of conduct. It means it is a set of rules, regulations, instructions, do's and don'ts in the organization, right? So business ethics is something again based on moral and social values. Business ethics का कोई theory नहीं है, right? There is no any book or formula that you can decide whether this business ethics is up to the mark or this business ethics is not up to the mark. right? There are only two parameters to evaluate business ethics, and these are this: whether it is right or whether it is wrong, right? You cannot say that this person has done 10% wrong and this person has done 15% wrong. So wrong is wrong and right is right, right? किसी ने 10 रुपए का गफला किया बिजनेस में, somebody has uh, made a fraud of 10 rupees and somebody has made a fraud of 10 lakh rupees, right? So can we say this whether it's a fraud is a big fraud or a small fraud, or like right fraud or wrong fraud? Right? There is no any parameter to measure the business ethics, right? You have no scales to measure business ethics. Fraud is fraud. The 10 rupees fraud or 10 lakh rupees fraud, like punishment, right? So, so the business ethics is something which is most based on the morals and values, right? Um, and see, there is a code of conduct. Let's suppose there is a code of conduct decided by a particular company. But who will decide whether this code of conduct is being followed by the employees or no? It is only employees who can decide that particular thing, right? So uh, conduct of conduct of business ethics is based on the moral and social values of individual, right? Is based on the moral and social value of individual. सबको बताया है कि क्या कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है, but is it like everyone follows that code of conduct? Few people are always defaulted there, right? They will always be in problem there, and because they are the people uh, those who are not having a high moral or good social value, they are not belonging to the good culture, uh, uh, socially balanced families. If they do not belong, then they will go for some unethical practices in the business. So the following of code of conduct is totally dependent on the moral values and social values of an individual, right? So by nature, the business ethics depends on the individual moral and basic values, individual moral and social values. By nature, the business ethics, by character, the business ethics is like it gives protection to the social groups, right? It gives protection to the social groups. See, if your value, if your business values are at a higher level, you will be doing good for the society, right? If your business ethics is at higher level of performance, you will be doing good for the society, good from your business. You will be giving good products in the most valuable way, most valuable possible way, right? So that can be like these people, this higher business ethics and higher level and standard of your business ethics will be doing good for society. So provides basic framework. Business ethics provides basic frameworks to its employees, right? To its employees to run the business. So basic framework provide करता है. It decides boundaries, limitations of every action in the industry, in the company. So it provides basic framework of management and basic framework of corporate governance for that matter. Right? The word corporate governance is more suitable here. It provides basic framework for corporate governance. Right? So then by character, by nature, this business ethics is voluntary. Right? Why it is voluntary? Right? Whether to follow the business ethical code of conduct or not to follow the code of conduct, it's individual's choice, right? Nobody can enforce you. Nobody can enforce you to be more ethical. अब गफले करना है नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है ये तो बता के रखा है बट इसको फॉलो करना है कि नहीं करना है आपका चॉइस है ना. उसके बाद में क्या होगा करप्शन करने के बाद, या फिर we all know that we should not tease our opposite gender in the business, and it's written on the entry gate itself. This premises is under the grievance committee addressed by government uh, for the prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. लिख के रखा है, कमिटी का नाम लिखा है, सब लोग लिखा है. Does it mean that nothing happens in the organization in that particular aspect? sometimes the cases happen. Sometimes the misbehavior of people happens to their opposite gender, right? And that is being treated also. So following the business ethics is entirely a voluntary activity. Nobody can change you. Nobody can like uh, push you to do the good or bad things in the organization, right? Voluntarily. If somebody हिंदी मूवीज में देखा होगा ना आपने, बहुत बड़ी बड़ी पिक्चर्स में बहुत बार ये स्टोरी रिपीट होती है। कोई कोई गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर है या फिर किसी कंपनी का कोई मैनेजर है, ही इज नॉट रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट द ब्राइब, राइट? पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट में बड़े बड़े ऑफिसर दिखाए जाते हैं। So he is not ready to accept the bribe, and then his entire family got harassed by the goons and all. This kind of stories are very much famous in Bollywood. So it's a voluntary activity. Nobody can force you to go or do some good or bad things. It's you who decides what is right for you. It's you who decides what is not right for you. So that way, the business ethics is itself a voluntary activity, requires education and guidance, right? To understand what is right or wrong, to understand what is against the company and what is not, what is for the company, you need to be educated. You need to educate your team, your people, your organization, and yourself also, right? Without knowing something what is right or wrong, how can you enlist the code of conduct? It will be difficult for you to list out the requirements of code of conduct. So it requires education, higher business standards, higher ethical values of your organization. Higher ethical values of your organization cannot be achieved without educating the stakeholders. For example, the company like Tata Motors, their ethical values and ethical standards is praised throughout the globe, not only in India, throughout the globe. The way the company treats to their employees, the way the company treats to the threats happen to the employees in terms of like 2611 attack for the Taj employee, and some of the accidents happen in Tata Motors, right? The decisions company is taking, the decision the company is taking is an extraordinary thing that they are doing for their people. So this that doesn't come without any education, or that doesn't come without any guidance and knowledge done to the management, right? So that management has to be trained by the management should be trained by the business leaders in order to raise their business ethics standards. So those standards doesn't come in a single day, or those standards are and those standards are like intentional efforts to raise your business ethics, right? So it requires education and guidance, and it's like a relative term in the sense this can be referred in multiple dimensions of your business, right? This can be referred in multiple dimensions. Maybe the way you treat your customers, maybe the way you function, maybe the way you take care of nature. So this can be used in multiple relationships, or maybe the way you tackle to the competition in market, right? So it can be changed from one dimension to another dimension easily. So it's a relative term which will be useful in multiple dimensions of organization. The new concept, right? Sometimes we are saying that business ethics is something which we have observed since ancient times, right? And here we are saying that it's a new concept. But yes, in ancient times, this was not a business concept. This was the concept of the normative things. It was a normative kind of normative ethics part. The business started not more than maximum like 200 to 250 years before. 200-250 पहले ही इंडस्ट्री चालू हुआ है, बिजनेस चालू हुए हैं, राइट? ऑर्गेनाइज्ड फॉर्म में आए हुए, तो इसको अभी 100 साल भी नहीं हुआ, 100 इयर्स भी नहीं हुए कि इंडस्ट्री हैज बीन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड अ लॉट। तो पिछले 150 साल में ही इतना सब कुछ चेंजेस हो गए हैं। So it's not that old concept. Logically देखा जाए तो business ethics is a new term. It needs to be developed a lot in the coming times, right? So when you talk about the business ethics, this is all about uh, this particular topic, right? Anything that troubles to you?
No, sir.
No questions, no additions.
No, sir.
So as per your this thing syllabus, right? As per your syllabus, this is something that we need to discuss in terms of understanding the business ethics better. This is the new point of syllabus, talking about the importance of business ethics, right? So you just can read this particular slide. What are the importance of business ethics? If you really want to understand, there are these all the points shown on your screen can be categorized into 3 4 groups, right? So your business ethics will help you achieving a long term growth, right? The few points of this slide talks about the long term growth. Few are talking about cost reduction. Few are talking about risk mitigation. Few are talking about limited resources. In the sense, limited resources in the sense, like let's start one by one. First of all, let's talk about long term growth, right? So look at few points. You just read those both the lists given to the left and right of this slide. You will understand there are few points which are talking about commitment of your management to the long term growth, right? Business is not something that you start today and you can shut it down by tomorrow or maybe by month or a year, right? So if you are really a professional business manager, you will ensure that your business runs for a longer time, right? Your business runs for a longer time. And how it goes to a longer time? Only if you create the customer loyalty, right? If your customers are loyal to you, then only, like a parlay, no need of any advertisement, no need of any promotional activity to be taken care. Very few times they comes with the advertisement just for the reminding, right? So they use reminder advertisement kind of strategy in their advertisement. So long term growth of your business is something which you can ensure with the higher business ethics, right? With the higher business ethics. What and how business ethics helps you? It helps you in increasing your customers' loyalty. A higher business ethics means higher customer loyalty because you are doing your business ethically, so your customers, your stakeholders can assure themselves that they are going to get the best value for their money, right? So as I was talking to you, that business ethic does not mean that only about money or only about finance or corruption. Business ethics is like, do you offer them a quality product in affordable price or no? That is something again you need to take into consideration. So importance of business ethics. First one is it increases your customer loyalty, it reduces your business risk. So there is something called risk. There is something called risk mitigation, right? So highest business standards, highest business ethics will help you to reduce the risk. How? Because you are committed to the organization, you are loyal to the organization, you are integrated to the organization, you are honest to the organization. If you as a manager or worker have observed particular issue in any kind of department, like maybe in supply chain, maybe in operations, maybe in production, you will honestly and clearly tell it to the organization before something goes happen. नहीं तो क्या होगा? फ्लोर पे एम्प्लॉयज को पता है, वर्कर्स, हिंदी मूवी के वर्कर्स, पहले एग्जांपल वही से देता हूँ बिकॉज रिलेट्स टू यू. Workers get to know that this machine will not work properly after 2 days. They get to know that ये तो 2 3 दिन ही चलने वाला मशीन है, फिर बाद में बंद पड़ जाएगा. और their union leader do not tell it to the company owner, because of which the company catches fire and entire units get burned, right? So this kind of decisions or this kind of uh, actions by which the integrity of your employee gets highlighted should be developed by the increase of your professional ethics, business ethics of employment. You have to increase the professional ethics so that such kind of integrity of your business people will be higher for your organization. So your people can help you to mitigate the risk in the sense, anticipate the risk and reduce the risk, minimize the risk. This risk mitigation function can be taken care by your people if you keep their morale high, if you think that your employees, if you ensure that your employees are high, employees are practicing higher business ethics, right? So long-term growth can be assured, risk mitigation also can be ensured. Then you can reduce the cost of your business, right? You can reduce the cost, as we have seen that the functional excellence is something which uh, which ensures, which highlights whether your business ethics are at higher level or no. You're good in business ethics or you're not good in business ethics. So cost reductions in terms of utilization of resources properly, not creating a wastage intentionally in the organization, right? It is the people, those who are working on the shop floor in manufacturing industry. They can control how much wastage is being happening. For example, let's take an example of the packaging manufacturing unit. Packaging material, boxes, right? कार्टन्स तैयार करने वाला मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट है. आपके पास जो बॉक्सेस आते हैं ना अमेजोन पैकिंग वगैरह करके, वो कार्टन्स तैयार करने के लिए क्या यूज किया जाता है? दे यूजेस द पेपर, राइट? थिक साइज पेपर, and this has been molded and cut on uh, various machines, right? And their people work, right? If these people are like low in standard in their business ethics, the wastage of paper is dependent on them, how much paper they feed to that machine in the size and cutting and all, right? So cost reduction is something which your people can take care for you in terms of hiring raw material, in terms of procuring raw material, hiring people. Who does it for you? People do it for you, right? So how much salaries should be given to the people who are joining your organization? There you can reduce the cost, right? How much price and cost of raw material should be maintained by your procurement department? There comes the business ethics. Where इन लोगों ने commission लेके, for example, those people who are there in the procurement department, जो purchase department में, procurement department में, your procurement manager has taken bribe and increased your and accepted the quotations of 10% higher margin rate from the market rates. What will happen? Your cost will go up, right? So cost reduction, risk mitigation, long-term growth, these are few things along with utilization of your limited resources in right way, that things can be ensured by the higher business standards, higher business ethics, right? So what are the importance? These all the points can be categorized into these four major things, right? Cost reduction, long-term growth, risk mitigation, and all. So increase in customer loyalty, which ensures long-term growth. Reduce business risk, it's something again a long-term growth. Increase social responsibility. This is about again helping companies for the long-term growth. Ethical investment keeps growing. Ethical investment keeps growing if your high business is running with high business and ethical standards. You will get investments from the share market, right? Some from wherever you are talking, looking for the funds. Then employees feel comfortable and safe. That is about again the long-term growth of an organization. If they feel comfortable and safe, they will never leave the organization. Employees want to stay in the business for long term. The similar thing, trade and community organizations want you as a member. So that helps you to build a brand of your organization. That helps you to um, achieve some intellectual goodwill in the market, right? So the community, organizational committee or trade community or various bodies which are regulating that business, particular industry, wants you to be a part of their organization. So your reputation gets built with the standard values, with the higher ethical values. An investor wants to help you a business grow. They will be proactively investing in your business. The company who is like the company who is doing their business uh, in a most ethical way and has a good reputation in market need not to look for the funds and not beg for the funds, right? Funds will come to them. It is said in the business culture. So communities wants to host your business or events. You will get sponsorship. You will get the events for the uh, branding of your organization, branding of your product and everything. So other businesses wants to partner with you. These are some. If you are with ethical and valuable, everybody can ensure that they will get the profit from your business. So why don't people come to you, right? अगर उनको ये गारंटी है कि आप ethical हो, आप हट जाने वाले नहीं हो विजय माल्या जैसा, तो आपके पास जरूर आएंगे लोग, right? So media wants to offer you special recognition. These are very small things taken into consideration when you talk about the importance of business ethics. And then correspondence to basic human needs, credibility in the public, credibility with the employees, better decision making, profitability, protection of society, boost employee loyalty and morale, enhance the strength of management, team bond, increases team bond. These are small functional importance of business ethics, right? This these are the functional importance. Then attract investors and customers alike that we have discussed about in terms of when you uh, talk about the branding, when you talk about the increased brand value of your organization due to the standards, higher standards that you are maintaining in business ethics. Then builds and maintains its reputation. Build and maintain its reputation. Your company can easily build the reputation and maintain it in the market. Then enhances productivity is something you all understand. What does it mean? If you have any questions, you can just ask me to elaborate any particular point, or you can just understand these all are the importance of business ethics. Then enhance productivity and clients and customers believe in your company and wants to support you. Right? For example, you can just relate all those points, by a single example of two competitors. Now they are not competitors, but before few days they were competitors. Competitors in terms of competitors called as Snapdeal and Flipkart, right? ये दोनों को कंपेयर करोगे तो इन सब में आपको प्रॉब्लम दिखेगा. From where would you like to purchase? Snapdeal और Flipkart ये कॉम्पिटिटर्स हैं. अभी लेना है तो अमेजोन को भी ले लो. अमेजोन एक्चुअली है मार्केट लीडर, सो नीड नॉट टू टेक देम एज अ कॉम्पिटिटर. So Amazon and Snapdeal, what is the comparison between them? It has been observed that many of the orders of Snapdeal came with the fake product. What is that? It was a breach of business ethics. You were not providing to your customers whatever you have committed them, and it has been highlighted in the market lot, right? कहाँ पे है अभी Snapdeal उनको भी पता नहीं है. So that is just because your business values, business ethics. If you would have taken care that your customers are not being fraud by your sellers, Snapdeal could have done better in the market. At least they could have survived for few more years in the market. I don't know. अभी कितने दिन चलेगा नहीं चलेगा. It's difficult for such company to function. मोबाइल की जगह साबुन बेच देते थे यार. इतना बड़ा धोखा. ये तो फिर बहुत बड़ी बात हो गई कस्टमर्स के लिए. And the product that they have shown on the websites were not matching to the product that they have delivered. It happened many times with the customers. Personally, I have experienced it once or twice, and then I stopped purchasing from that site. So this is something which helps you to manage your business properly. Yeah, you can attract investor, customers, clients, all those stakeholders by doing your business more ethically. So if you purchase it from the Amazon kind of site, they give you the no question asked return, right? It is being written in a same day, and you will get your money back on the same moment itself. So that's how the ethics functions. That's how the business functions. The with the business functions, considering the business ethics and professional ethics, and that's how the higher standard of your professional ethics helps you to get a better business opportunity. Any difficulty? Any difficulty, guys? क्या डिफिकल्टी बोलना सर? आप आए, हम आए, आपको जितना बकबक करना था आपने कर लिया, अब आपका टाइम हो गया है, निकल लो, राइट? चलो।
Sir,
हाँ,
so I have doubt this
yes.
creditability with the employees. Can you please tell me?
Credibility
Yes, sir.
with the employees, yeah, absolutely. See, higher ethics, ethical values, it means you are paying them on the time, you are paying them as per the industry standards, right? सबसे important चीज कोई
Yes,
है
sir.
employee के लिए तो वो salary है, right? So if you want to
Mm.
earn the credibility of your people, if you want to win the credibility of your people, your management should take care that they should be paid as per the industry standards. Minimum wages should be given to the minimum wages suggested by the government should be given to your employees. And अगर आप इंडियन इंडस्ट्री को आज के तौर पे देखोगे, in today's context, this is at the big stake, right? This credibility in the public, credibility of your employees is at the stake. Most of the manufacturing industries do not pay the people as per the government standards. Very few of them does it, right? And this helps companies. If you want to win the credibility of your employees in order to do the business in most efficient and effective way, you have to be more ethical, and you can literally follow the government guidelines and regulations given for the wages and all kind of other activities in terms of employee welfare. So there are so many other things of employee welfare, by like uh, deciding about their bonuses, deciding about their क्या बोलते हैं उसको, एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स वर्क होता है ना, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, आई फॉरगॉट द वर्ड, एचआर पीपल कैन टेल मी, ओवर टाइम बेनिफिट्स, राइट? तो ये सब चीजें, दिस ऑल थिंग्स हैज टू बी टेकन केयर बाय द standards, industry standards and government standards which are recommended for those things. So timely payments, support in terms of welfare, providing them medical facilities, medical aids, providing them the facilities like their children education, uh, giving the salaries and wages on time, uh, maintaining the standard of providing them overtime bonuses and overtime wages and other kind of bonuses. ये सब चीजें हैं तो you will be able to win the employee credibility, and this higher level of employee credibility will help businesses to perform better again, right? So ethics is something, business ethics, like again a good example of that is Tata. Most of the companies doing that, most of the companies under Tata group are doing this particular. तो कभी न्यूज में सुना है क्या टाटा ग्रुप के लोगों ने बोनस के लिए स्ट्राइक कर दिया, पेमेंट के लिए, सैलरीज के लिए स्ट्राइक कर दिया? वेरी फ्यू टाइम्स, कभी एक आध बार हुआ होगा, नहीं तो इट इज नेवर हैपनिंग इन सच इंडस्ट्री. बट आपको कंपनीज, other automobile companies, happens, it happens. There is a case study related to Maruti Suzuki strike on the internet. You can just go and find out. Maruti Suzuki labor union leader has formed such kind of allegation on the company, and they have gone to the strike few years before. So वो case study है वहाँ पे, but Tata has a different standard in this case of achieving the employees credibility. Tata का job मतलब government job माना जाता है, right? Nobody leaves it. Some of the few of the companies, those who are multinationals in like Atlas Copco, Alfa Laval, and Gabriel, Shockups, SKF, Bearings for that matter. These companies are also maintaining a very high level of employee credibility. Market में अगर आज के time पे देखा जाए, so and if you want to have an example of lower level credibility, that is HDFC Bank in banking industry, right? So HDFC Bank के employee को मिलो and meet to the people working in Axis Bank and ICICI Bank. You will find out the difference. हमेशा frustrated रखा जाता है employees को HDFC Bank वाले. I'm not criticizing, but this is a culture to earn the employee credibility, right? Clear? Any other difficulty? Any other doubt?
No, sir.
So thank you so much. I expect you guys to be on time. At least 2-3 लोग तो time पे रहो so that I can start my session. See, bear me for few more sessions, not more than 8-10 sessions. I will conclude the syllabus in coming 8 or 10 sessions. ज़्यादा खींचूंगा नहीं आप लोगों को, काम की बात करके खत्म कर देते हैं. So bear me with for coming 8 or 10 more sessions, and I will try to close all those units. So intentionally, I have not touched the point of this ethos endorsing this cultural and spiritual value today, because I know that आप सब लोग भी वो सब महाभारत रामायण सुन के बोर हो गए होंगे. एक तो बेसिक पता नहीं है, सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज. ऊपर से मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ वो समझ में नहीं आता है. If I take the name of some ऋषि, some दुर्योधन, अब ये है सिलेबस में तो मैं भी क्या कर सकता हूँ उसको, राइट? मुझे बात करनी है. फिर भी मैंने बहुत टच पे रखा है, मतलब ज्यादा करके मैं बात बिजनेस की किया है, नॉट ऑफ द स्पिरिचुअल काइंड ऑफ थिंग. अगर वो स्पिरिचुअल एंड एक्सपेक्टेड ये है कि स्पिरिचुअल को मैं बात करूं और उसको बिजनेस से कनेक्ट करूं, इसलिए थोड़ा सा टच मुझे उस पर भी देना पड़ता है. सो दैट इज my constraint, my limitations. I cannot go beyond this particular thing. So ज़्यादा नहीं, 8-10 और sessions, and we will close this thing, right? Okay, so thank you so much. I'll stop here.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.